everyone, my name is Suri, and before I start my speech, I would like to do a little experiment. And don't worry, it isn't science related, so the stage won't explode. I want you to imagine you have a piece of blank paper like this in your hand. And now, I want you to crumple it. And every time you crumple it, say something mean to it. You're ugly, you're disgusting, you're fat, etc. Now I want you to uncrumple it. And every time you uncrumple it, I want you to say sorry, sorry, and sorry. But did it turn back to the way it was? Perfect, clean, and smooth? No. This can show us that whenever we hurt someone's feelings, we can never take back what we said or did. And this is what I want to talk about today. Being kind. Kindness is like giving yourself an opportunity as well as a power. It can create a lot of benefits for you, and it will also make you feel good about yourself too. So my first point is on overture kindness. Overture kindness means treating everyone you encounter as if they were your own family members, meaning nicely. This will not only make you feel good about yourself, but it will also create lots of benefits. Here's an example in real life, Mark Zuckerberg, the person who invented Facebook. Now I want you to imagine that you're an investor for Mark to invest in Facebook. You see this guy walk into your office wearing casual clothing, not even a tie or even dress shoes. He's just wearing sandals and just like casual clothes. But when you hear him out, he sounds like a total genius and his ideas are terrific. So this is where it gets different for different investors. So one, you either invest in his business because he's a total genius, or two, you don't invest in his business because he's not wearing anything like formal. Let's say you chose option one. You're not judging a book by its cover. Guess what? A few years later, you're a billionaire or close to a billionaire just because you didn't judge a book by its cover. Now, although I've shown you that there's kindness can be shown in not judging a book by its cover, but what does kindness mean when it's outweighing intelligence? I want you to think of one case of scenario handled with two different solutions. One with IQ and one with EQ. Done? Okay, now let me tell you what I thought of. I thought of two children fighting for a crayon, preferably in kindergarten. The one handled with IQ is that the children was fighting, then the teacher came over, asks what happened, the children tell her or him, the teacher makes the student that took away the other student's crayon, give it back to them, and then made that student say sorry. Most likely, these two children aren't going to be friends anymore. But the one handled with EQ is that the teacher gives the two students the same piece of crayon and makes them both say sorry to each other. And guess what? They're most likely going to be friends. This can show us that although IQ might be right, it is still very rude sometimes. When EQ is right, but it is more caring to people. Now I've shown you that there's kindness, that kindness can outweigh intelligence. But how does kindness help you in getting a job? I want you to imagine that you're a CEO for a company and you're trying to hire a secretary. You have eliminated everyone except for two people. Person A, who is very smart, but rude. Person B, who is very kind to everyone they encounter, but guess what? They're not as smart as person A, but they're willing to learn from their mistakes. Who are you most likely to hire? Person A, who is rude, but very, very intelligent, or person B, who is not rude and very kind, and is willing to learn from their mistakes? Of course, person B, right? This can show us that no matter how intelligent you are, being kind is always the better choice. Today, I've shown you the benefits on being kind and how it can make for personal success. I have proven that you should never judge a book by its cover, and that kindness makes for better dispute management, and firms are better off hiring kind people. Now, lastly, I want to end with a quote. Some people were born smart, but others have to work hard to be kind. Thank you.
Thank you. That is a really inspiring story, the power of being kind, each one of us. So can you make a specific example of you leveraging the power of being kind in real life?
So an example is, once when I was about, I don't know, 7, when I was about 7, like there was this stray cat under my apartment building, and then it was very hungry and very weak, and I just felt sorry for it. So I went over and I was about to buy some snacks for myself, when I thought again that I maybe should buy some snacks for the cat. So I went to the supermarket, bought some sausages and some water, and then I fed it to the cat. And that was the first time I really recognized how being kind can make you feel good about yourself.